Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new day. I hope you're all doing well. Oh. Kids, go away. Go away, menu. There we go. Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well, having a lovely week so far. Fireball, thank you so much for the 10 stream streak. Thank you so much for coming on. Also, Juno Jutsu, hello, welcome. I hope you're all doing well. We are back with more Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy. Last time we left this, we were investigating into the death of the Canoness of the sisters here. Hey, Kira. Oh, I like the new model. Oh, thank you. Gotta save up for that VIP? Yeah. You'll get there, Firewolf. I know you will. Blah. Yeah, hope everyone's been doing well. Oh, God. Ah, the yawns. Well, fancy. Hey, Techno Girl. And yes, I am very, as they say, dapper. Right. If I recall correctly... Yeah, that was it. So we'd spoken to people in this area. Let's go and talk to the rest. I thought you had no gun for it for a moment. Ever watchful. So basically, our job right now is to try to figure out who would have potentially have killed the Canoness. Okay, looks like we were successful in listening in. Excited of them. But tell me, my beloved wife, do you not find Lord Calax's passions a trifle inappropriate? Got 95,500 left to get. You'll get there one day, Firewolf, I promise. His agri-conservatory is full of poisonous plants, many of which were brought from worlds where xenos abound. All in plain sight, with an agent of the Golden Throne in attendance. Could the governor be losing his mind? Spare me. This is hacks you're talking about. A figure of his standing can grow xenoplants and host the Inquisition the same powers if he so chooses. But you may be correct about his sanity. After all, his father did die from poisoning. It is a fair reason for obsession if I ever saw one. Well, you scream every day, almost, so about probably 2 months or longer. Well, I'm live normally 3 to 4 times a week. Gossipy servant. Can't be. How long has it been gone? Could he have displeased one of the Lucidians? Don't be silly. My brother's quick and bright. Even got an important job to do, some exalted person. My brother spoke of it. It was such pride, but I saw how his knees were shaking. I hope he just doesn't disgrace himself with that assignment. Comes back soon. Or just comes back at all. Alright.
No hesitation.
Let's speak to the Pontifex. Pontifex Caratus raised a gaunt face the color of yellowed parchment. Deep shadows lie beneath his eyes, and a fresh burn mars his cheek. Its surface glistening with a wet crust and emitting a faint scent of medicinal ointment. Noticing your gaze upon him, he sways silently. Are you unwell, Pontifex?
I've heard the news of the esteemed sisters' demise caught me unawares.
This being about the sisters' royalties, yeah. I'm an acolyte of the Holy Inquisition, vested with the authority to investigate this incident. I have some questions for you, Pontifex. Acolyte. A muscle in the Pontifex's mouth twitched, as if suppressing a grimace of displeasure.
Greetings, agent of the Golden Throne. This is a dark day for all of us.
Well, so hey, Nomad. Lovely to see you. Hope you're doing well. In the dim light of the lumens, the Pontifex's eyes seem almost black. His whisper, verging on reverence, reaches your ears, somehow drowning out the hum of the crowd.
To think, the blessed Canoness Marcella, whose soul is hand dared to defile her light.
May I ask for your blessing, Pontifex?
Blessing?
Checking his obvious surprise, Cartius draws a worn aquila from the folds of his robes. His edges are slightly ground down, and you notice red marks on the man's palms as he raises the aquila to your forehead, begins reciting a prayer of fortitude. The thought-fogging scent of sacred incense envelops you.
May his will guide you through the taint of deception in the light of truth.
I wish to ask about the Canoness. He nods, a shadow falling across his face. Where did you go after you left the festivities?
I won't deny that the procession took a toll on me. Pain tore through my leg. And upon returning to the palace...
Apparently the old man needed to yawn.
I retired to my assigned quarters to prepare for the coming service. I fear my bones are not as strong as they once were.
When did you last see the Canoness? Cartier's gaze turns empty, as if summoning an image to mind.
After the procession. The last I saw the Canoness Marcella was in the main hall, standing beside the governor.
Is there anyone you suspect?
Suspect? I am certain I know the exact identity of the vile heretic who committed these heinous crimes.
He casts a searching glance around the room to make sure you're not being overheard.
Turn your attention to the Fabricator General. Shortly before the tragedy, the Canoness tried to confiscate a dangerous artifact from him so as to deliver to the safekeeping of the Arcardinal. But the followers of this so-called machine god resisted fiercely. Even the palace guards were forced to intervene, along with the Lord Calax's hacks himself.
Doing old man voices making me yawn.
That gang of cultists from the Later World fleet was led by Caristarius Hecactus Prime. Note I did not say in person. In truth, the man is safely in orbit around Centillia, and instead sent his servant wretched vessel for his voice, wished it as it is by his false faith. To participate in the procession.
The Pontifex sneers.
An unprecedented insult, to be sure. But does not strike you as unusual that the prime suspect has already taken such precautions? I consider that an admission of guilt.
I know you had a conflict with the Canoness yourself. What was the reason behind it, Pontifex? Oh, fuck, wrong one. Pontifex's expressions does not change, but you notice a throbbing vein in his temple before replies through gritted teeth. Am I floppy lover? Hey, Naya, yes, you are. I do hope you're doing well.
The subject of our dispute shall remain between myself, the Canoness Marcella, and the God Emperor. The affairs of the ecclesiarchy are not for outsider ears, even those belonging to an agent of the Inquisition.
Let's change subjects. Let's talk about you. What was your purpose coming here?
Archcardinal Ignacio entrusted me with leading the procession during the celebrations of Saint Sibelius. It is truly imprudent to discuss such things before you have found your murderer.
No, it's actually very relevant. Your burns look painful. How did you receive them?
An old injury, having no bearing on the present investigation.
The Pontifex fixes you with a stern look. That burn looks relatively fresh, good sir. But let's return to the investigation at hand. I must return to my investigations. Oh, thank you for the head pads.
Relentlessly.
Right, is there anyone up here to listen to quick? There is.
Willing, but unable. Ever eager. Failure is not permitted.
There we go, it only took 2 melter charges to get the damn thing open.
I have failed him.
Damn. I failed to listen in. Okay, this one we succeed. How would you know that, especially about Pontifex Cartius? That would be scandalous. Hush! My uncle told me, and his life servant is... Oh, never mind, just trust me. I think that a void born from the death cult will be delivering our final sermon. By the sanction of the Archcardinal Ignacio himself. The Emperor protect us. How are we supposed to attend his sermons now? What if he is twisting our divine liturgies insidiously? Scandalous. Shh, quiet down. Hey Kodiak, hey Fang, apologies, just here to claim stream streak tonight as I'm away from home for a few nights. I'm in the north, well Midlands, for a couple of days. No worries Kodiak, absolutely no problem. Thank you for dropping on by. And I wish you luck in surviving the north called the Midlands. Let's talk about you. I've heard rumors that you belong to the Death Cult Pontifex. Pontifex frowns before replying with curt politeness.
What are you implying, agent? I am a devoted servant to the God Emperor, and prove my loyalty to him time and again. That is all you need to know.
Uh-huh.
Following in his wake.
Right. Let's explore this room quick. Corporal Barnabas. Barnabias. Barnabias? There's not Barnabas, is it? Barnabias. Barnabias? Bissas? I don't know. I'm gonna call him Barney. Hey, Road. Glory to the Emperor, said Barney. The two guardsmen give a synchronized salute in your direction. You notice a quick, furtive glance pass between the fusiliers before one of the corporals in epaulettes steps forward slightly. His face is well groomed, his ear and part of his cheekbone replaced with gilded augmetics. Permission to report? Nothing suspicious was observed during our watch. Need to play that song next time you fight Necrons? Oh, 100%. Or if you end up fighting Tomb Kings in a Warhammer game. Yeah. If I head south, like if I divert course and head south, that'll be a likely moment. Despite the bravado, the Fusilier is clearly agitated. You hear his voice tremble as he delivers his report. Guardsman von Chaldea. The guardsman standing beside the corporal nods in agreement with his comrade's words. He appears older, bulkier, and his weapon is markedly superior to that of his companion. Noticing your gaze, lowers his eyes. I am Lazy Fang, an agent of the Holy Inquisition. It is in your interest to cooperate with me. Corporal Barney. The corporal turns deathly pale upon seeing the sigil. Shoots a haunted look at his fellow fusilier and swallows hard. We live to serve. We would tell you all we know. Unlike his commander, the older guardsman speaks calmly, almost lazily. His gaze remains fixed upon your sigil. I'm Corporal Barney, sir. And this is Guardsman von Chowder. Barney nods his comrade with strong deference. Yeah, I can't say his name. I think it's Barnabas. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if that's how Barnabas is spelled, so I'm just going to call him Barney. Offer Guardsman von Chowder an IO stick. Here, soldier. Take a moment. I'll stand watch with your friend here. A solemn emotion is placed across von Chowder's face. At last, the Fusilier nods to his sexual gift. Thank you, sir. Any watch makes a man crave or smoke something fierce, as I'm sure you well know. Barney, is this called Barney and Friends? 100% they are. As the guardsman leaves his post, the corporal almost bolts after him, but then stops under your gaze. Gesture towards the other Fusilier. Are you not forbidden to leave your post? Correct, sir. It is forbidden. But Guardsman von Chowder is a regimental veteran and Marquis, so... The corporal begins to picture noticeably, exposing the peculiar dynamics of the work between the Centillion Fusiliers regiment. Did the Canoness speak with anyone in your presence? Only with the Lord General Odom. They were discussing security measures and the placement of guard posts, discussing them rather loudly. What exactly was the point of the contention between Lord General and the Canoness? Well, they were arguing because our regiment is guarding the reception, at the request of Lord Calactus Hax. But the Lord General was accusing the Honourable Canoness of not trusting her. Neither her personally, nor our entire regiment. And it's because of this distrust that the Canoness was removing us from our post and replacing us with her own battle sisters. It seemed to anger the Lord General greatly. In the end, they came to an argument where the sisters would remain to guard the main hall while we secured the rest of the palace. Hi, Azrael. How are you all today? Also, I hope you're all staying hydrated and cool today. The heat wave today. Yeah, no, we are doing well. Speaking of which, have a quick little sip. Wow. But yeah, I'm doing good. I hope you've been having a lovely day so far, and also been keeping hydrated yourself, Azrael. The corporal falls silent. Then his eyes widen for a split second, as if he remembers something. There is something you're not telling me, Corporal. Are you trying to test the patience of an agent of the Golden Throne? Speak now, while I am still willing to listen. I just remembered. The sentries at the guard post report that Lord General Odom, that a large container had been delivered to the governor's study. They said it likely holds an artifact from an expedition. What kind of artifact or which expedition, I cannot say. I only heard it over the Vox. But please, forgive my lack of vigilance. That'll be all. For now, but I will be back. As you command. Glory to the Emperor. I shall wait for you here. Okay, we're slowly learning some stuff. One thing I would like some of you to think about as well is, as we go through these conversations, tell me your thoughts and theories of who you think killed the Canoness. Because I think that would be interesting to see what your all's thoughts are with the information that we are able to gather as, you know, as a team. Chief Tech Warden's Key. Agroseer Biologist DZE-17. The tech priest is hunched over one of the roots lying on the table. Your grossness sawn through numerous vials of megadendrite. Your appearance makes him start. Unauthorized unit. You are not cleared for the sanctum. Cease your presence here at once. By the authority of the Holy Orders and Tarantine Cabal, I am clear to access any location. No, I don't need to go that hard-ass on him for the moment. Forgive the intrusion, but I am investigating the murder of Canoness Marcella, and I require your cooperation. Murder. I do not know the elimination of life forms more complex than pseudo-worm borer. Show the leaf found in the ashes. Do you know what kind of plant this leaf came from? I am the Agroseer Biologist. The tech priest glares at you in outrage, pausing for effect. You lay people call it Clinchonium flammeus. This plant is a valuable specimen of the governor's own collection. Words. How does plant end up in the incense burner in the chapel? By theft. One term prior to the commencement of festivities, an unidentified unit breached my sanctum and stole a cutting of this plant. Look carefully. Of highly toxic plant. Contact with exposed flesh resulting in formation of painful blisters. Show post-mortem pic of Canoness. I believe the Canoness Marcel was poisoned. You are a specialist in poisons. I'm very keen to hear what you have to say on the matter. Tech priest shakes his head indignantly. I am an Agroseer Biologist. My expertise is in the cultivation of flora, not in lethal intoxication. What do you know about the murder of Canoness Marcella? I do not possess such information. As the Pontifex Auroris absorbs mineral feed, so am I absorbed in my work. Intensely absorbed. When did you last see the Canoness? During the operational shift prior to the festivities. And the previous visitation period encompassed intervals from 3 to 5 operational shifts. The Canoness unit characterized this as inspection, a flagrant abuse of her function. Did you see anyone suspicious in the chapel? I am not authorized to visit the area. But furthermore, I critically downgraded the chapel's priority after the incident. While moving along an adjacent route shortly before the commencement of the festivities, I heard sounds I identified as human screaming. I believe the Canoness unit was utilizing chamber for purposes other than those it designated. Did you have any suspicions of who might murdered the Canoness? Hypotheses are categorically absent. I remind you, I am a Agroseer Biologist with not large number of unfulfilled protocols, from which this conversation is distracting me. Any other questions? Query approved due to lack of alternatives. Should discuss something. If it will expedite my return to work, I am prepared to transmit the desired information. What are you working on? I was synthesizing nutrient compounds in order to enhance flora productivity. I desire to return to this task. Array of chemicals on the table, wholly unsuited for the production of fertilizer. You are not producing fertilizer here. Speak the truth and quickly, Agroseer. The Lord Calaxis requested toxic components. I prepare concoctions for him in strict accordance with the recipes, and only in low concentrations. He then ingests them to build metabolic resistance. Governor Hax is aware that any deviation from the prescribed dosage during preventative consumption of poisons may lead to his death. And so he trusts no one but me with this process. That data was classified. That will be all for now.
The harbinger of his
That's just where it came out of. Right, let's go back to where we were. Oh, there's a listening in bit we can go to. And that's towards the chapel. I'll come back to the chapel in a moment. Hey, Fane, can we do a movie night this weekend? I don't know yet, if I'm honest. I need to find out what's actually happening this weekend for me. Annoyed Fusilier. What nonsense, foolish commoner. It was one of you lot slacking off and disparaging your betters. Oh, I swear by the throne, it wasn't just chatter, it was a voice. An echo of sermons. We checked the rooms, but they were empty. Then we put an ear to the wall and we all started shaking in our boots from those horrid wails. I'll tell you, it was in the walls. Every servant knows that the confessor once stayed at the palace and then disappeared. What if the thing what lurks in the walls was taking him?
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Were the intruders in the chambers? No, they were not. And that is that. Those wails of yours were just the wind howling. We're in the spires, blasted. Why are you making the sign of Aquila? Get back to work.
led by his will.
Led by his will. Right. Anything else to really discover in here? Well, there is some good to find from him, apparently. To the righteous one reading this... Oh, no, I have read that. I just forgot to grab it, apparently. Right, let's return back.
Ever watchful.
Speak to the sisters here. The two sisters bow greet you by making the sign of the Aquila, almost at the same time. One is very young and the other is older, with a clouded eye. Judging by the scars, it is clearly the result of a poorly healed injury. Acolyte, my name is Sister Helia, and my comrade in arms is Sister Priscilla. We know that you are searching for the heretic who killed the Canoness and her Celestians. Please tell us what you know, or else let us aid you in capturing the perpetrator. We pray for your success, servant of the Golden Throne, and that swift retribution be brought upon the malefactor. Spare us a little of your time. There are tears of grief and anger in the younger sister's piercing blue eyes. When and where did you last see Canoness Marcella? When the Canoness inspected the Lucer Palace before the Invocatum Sanctus, she wanted to make sure that there was nothing that might threaten the concluding liturgy taking place in the chapel. I saw her walking down the corridor with the Celestians, and nothing in their appearance suggested imminent danger. Sister Helia grimaced bitterly. So many times have I recalled those moments, but nothing. Not a single hint, not a single clue. Whatever, forgive my invigilance. Who do you think could be the murderer? Sister Priscilla looks grim. The priests of Mars. Greed and heresy consumed their souls. Seek out the tech priest with the Megdrag claw and the shoulder burned by Melter. You will surely get a confession out of him. Address Sister Helia. Your sister is young and may be mistaken. What do you think? I am with her on this. Acolyte, I believe that the Adeptus Mechanicus from the late world could well have committed such a terrible crime. Do not let Sister Priscilla's age discourage you. She often perceives the very heart of corruption where others do not. Why do you suspect the Adeptus Mechanicus? Because of the battle of the docks. Canoness Marcella learned that the heretical machine had fallen into the hands of the tech priests, and when we went to the docks of Lucid Palace to destroy the abomination, and accuse the guilty. And what did the servants of the Omnissiah do? They stood between their cargo and us, intending to fight back. Us, the sisters of the God Emperor. Clearly their bounty mattered more to them than the vows they made to the Imperium. But before we can unleash our righteous wrath upon them, the palace guards intervened, and the governor ordered the containers to be opened. We did not find the unholy mechanism therein, but Canoness Marcella made it clear she would not let the matter rest. I cannot help but note the fabricated general's conduct. At first, it was leading his servants. We could hear his voice, but then he evidently fled, deserting the first sign of combat. Regardless, he was absent when the Lord Calaxus arrived. Why should I look at this particular tech priest? Several red-robed priests fled from our wrath that day, but only one remained in the palace. The wounds he received in the barely ignited confrontation must have been too severe. Where can I find him? We do not know. He is hiding among his own kind, most likely. Your words are noted. Thank you, sisters. May you catch the fiend soon, and may he confess his crimes just as quick. I understand that screams were heard coming from the chapel shortly before the celebration. Tell me what happened here. Sisters exchange glances, neither of them eager to speak first, but eventually the younger one falls out the words. Helia, we will have to answer that. Pontifex Cartius. The Lucidians have long been spreading dishonorable rumors about him. To silence his ill wishers once and for all, the Pontifex decided to undergo a trial of faith and invited Canoness Marcella herself to witness the commitment of the creed. We do not believe that the Honourable Pontifex was involved in the murder, for it was the Archcardinal Ignato who chose him for the procession. I hope this explanation satisfies you. We've acquired a new clue and lead. What kind of ceremony causes a person to scream as if they are being tortured? Some trials require self-sacrifice, Acolyte. And that is all I can say on the matter, as I know little else. Sister Helia clearly realizes that her explanations are unconvincing, but she is telling the truth. Moreover, it is evident that she herself is confused. Whatever happened in the chapel is clearly not part of her order's usual customs. Right, one moment. Why do you not suspect the Pontifex? Because he himself volunteered to undergo the trial. The Honourable Pontifex proved his devotion to the God Emperor. Otherwise, Canoness Marcella would have not have allowed him to lead the procession during the celebration. I've heard enough. Indeed, that is enough. We do not wish to discuss the Honourable Pontifex any further. Thank you very much. I should get back to my investigation. I need to double check there's nothing else down here. And then what I'm going to do is quickly double check my equipment, like my inventory, make sure there's nothing else in there that I'm missing. And then we go down the route
of the throne guides me.
Collaborating all of our clues. Reissue. Specimens of death. There's a book missing from that chapel.
Alright, let's look over our clues in front of the corpse of the Canoness. May give us guidance. Right. It's the broken bowl we found. Okay. Circle plated buttons. Key embossed with the symbol of Adeptus Mechanicus was left unattended. Where would that go?
In his wake.
I'm trying to think of where that key would go to with the Mechanicus. Because it would be somewhere. Well, it has to be somewhere. But just where? The main influence I've seen the Mechanicus at is the, is in here. So let's actually travel there quick. Read the flag. Oh! Well, this is the plant that we were looking at. Or looking for, I should say. What's this? Okay. Plaque. Well, we immediately found the plants that we were interested in. Oh, hang on. Lump of soil and a footprint. Okay, we have some leads we can, like footprints we can follow. Let's follow these ones first. That just leads to him. Probably not the ones that we're looking for. So let's go back over here.
In his wake.
We got left and right. Let's go right first. Scanners to detect a fading side trace.
the psychic residue here. And the footprints are gone, so clearly this is our clue that we're trying to look for.
Ready. The light of the throne guides me.
Maybe I need my psycho here to follow up on this particular lead. It's not what I meant to do. Okay, hang on. Let's look over the case quick, because we have plenty of clues to start kind of investigating. So, echoes of the past. I think a cutscene's supposed to play. But yeah. A servant's brother disappeared. He mentioned that he had to carry out an assignment for someone among the high ranks named Friar. See how the victim's cut through was slit. Clean, precise work shows it was an expert, but the murder clearly wasn't planned. Or else a quieter spot would have been chosen, not right in the passage. So it was done in a rush, meaning no time to hide the body. My bet, my other leg, they tucked it away somewhere nearby. Let's look for a place where servants don't gather. Oh, that's not what I meant to hit. I don't think he's got the artifact yet. So if anything, maybe that one. That's our connection currently. Trial of Faith. The Ashes. Witness testimonies. Pontifex. Mysterious artifact. I have seen fragments of archival records that elude the palace's early design. Fearing assassination attempts previous sector governors and Calaxes repeatedly rebuilt the palace, adding secret passages used by the servants. Okay. I was on Katachan, that looks like this, except it's a little bigger. Wait, no, that's exactly it. The damn thing strangled me for 10 minutes until the colonel emptied a full clip on him. Must shoot. Okay. Don't really know how that's relevant, but alright. Fang, I'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes. 15 to 25 minutes. No worries, Firewolf. Maybe this. Okay, what we are... Actually, no. It said the corpse is nearby. Now, I'm gonna use a little bit of insider knowledge here, aka my own personal playthrough, and see if it picks it up.
By his will.
Oh, I don't think you can, because the body is supposed to be stuffed in this locker. Alright, Usher, take me back to the main hall, please. I have a few people I need to talk to. First things first is our boy here. I learned about the conflict with the Adeptus Sororitas. What do you have to say about that?
Members of the Adeptus Sororitas coveted technology that rightfully belongs to the Adeptus Mechanicus. Verbal exhortations proved insufficient, and it was decided to resort to violent methods. Forces dispatched by the Lord Calixes introduced errors errors in the calculations for combat engagement, so it was deemed necessary to terminate the confrontation. The incident has been resolved.
Noted. Thank you.
An expectation for more informative future communication has been cued.
And... oh, you are back to being glitched through the table. Okay, I have nothing new there, apparently. Glory to the Emperor. Alright, let's go and speak to the governor himself for a moment. Acolyte, what brings you here? The Lord collects his hand, the day is slated to serve and focuses his attention on your conversation. You have a tech priest from the Genitor Order working for you. May I ask how you managed to recruit him? Thanks to our position and centuries of diplomatic work, we benefit from certain connections among the priesthood of Mars. An amiable Argoseer biologist DZE-17 has deigned to take an interest in rare plants collected in our garden by our predecessor. And we have graciously allowed him to conduct research here for an indefinite period. Among other things, the esteemed Argoseer biologist prepares the special toxic compounds for us, which we consume habitually to cultivate an immunity to poison. The tech priest adheres to stringent dosage that only the servants of the Omnissiah can ensure. Any deviation would lead to lamentable consequences, which we would very much like to avoid. Why do you consume poisons? In addition to their exquisite taste, which remains hidden for most of the uninitiated people, these compounds have beneficial factors on our bodies when taken in limited amounts. This practice helps us build immunity and prevent us from dying when we unexpectedly encounter similar compounds in larger doses. However, should one neglect to keep the dosages small or to maintain a strict schedule in their consumption, it may be the opposite of wellness. Could I get a sample of the poison that the Argoseer biologist has been preparing for you? We will instruct our Chamberlain to open the doors for our study for you. Go and inform them that is your wish. Who do you think killed the Canoness? It is simplistic and otherwise unwise to pose such a question to the ruler of the sector of this entire world. We were certain and prepared to take the responsibility of judging. We will not require your services. However, you are compelled to consider all options, are you not? Indeed. Our answer is, we simply do not know. Canoness have many enemies, sometimes even our own subjects among their own number. No, that is all, thank you. The Canoness is dead. Oh, actually, I should probably say the Chamberlain's words. Master, please allow me to thank you once more for rescuing me. Had it not been for you, I dreaded to think what might happen. I could have lost my life. No, worse, my employment. Damn, when losing your job is worse than losing your life. Oh, fucking for real, man. I beg you to accept this modest token of my gratitude. It had been in my family treasured possession for 4 centuries. Imperial Decree Ring. Increases diplomacy by 10. Alright. Canoness Muscle is dead, and it seems you were the last person to see her. What do you know about this? The Chamberlain's face pales. Dead? But truly, how can that be? I escorted the Honourable Canoness on her inspection of the palace. She wished to ensure the service would proceed without incident. We parted ways at the lift of the spire, where the palace chapel is located, and after that I went straight to the servants' quarter, and that's all I remember. Dead. What a scandal. Right, that is new witness testimony lead. We must bring this situation under control immediately. His lordship's reputation is at stake. How may I be of assistance? Did you notice anything suspicious about the Canoness or the guests? I saw nothing and heard nothing, just as I have done for 30 years. Had it been otherwise, I would not have remained at his lordship's service for even a week, sir. What can you tell me about Lord Calax's hat? He pales even further, but draws himself up and adopts a wounded expression. My good sir, my breeding and honour would not permit me to even contemplate discussing his lordship with a guest. Not even one so highly placed as yourself. The servant says with such fervour that all doubts regarding his loyalty to the planetary governor is instantly erased. Alright, show the broken bowl to the chapel. Are you familiar with this bottle? Amasec, of the rarest kind. Only one such bowl exists in all of Centilia. But this precious vintage was delivered along with the other gifts of the Lord Calaxis. I personally placed it in his lordship's study. I require an escort. I need to go to the study. The Lord Calaxis has permitted me to examine the poisons in his study. Take me and show me everything. If all else, I shall be obliged to verify that his lordship did indeed grant such permission. In any case, this way, if you please, sir. Right. Before I poke about too much in this room, this is like 100% certainty thing. I'm gonna just look at the stuff relevant. Because I feel like you get locked out of this room, basically, if you fail a lot of the stuff. Oh, how strange. I'm sure that... It cannot be, can it? The elderly servant casts a worried glance over the exquisite shelf made of natural wood and filled with small bottles and vials tagged in a dozen different tongues. Tonages? Don't know, tongues. Nearly everyone marked with warning sigils denote certain death should their contents be ingested. But where's the one measure gone? It was here before the reception. Noticing your gaze upon him, the man lowers his eyes and seems to shrink slightly. Take a sample for analysis. Clue, vial of poison. What did the missing bottle look like? A clear liquid, utterly unremarkable in appearance, decanted into a small vial. A single measured dose of poison, suitable for his lordship's needs. Who has access to the studies? None. None may enter without his lordship's express permission, save myself, and his lordship, of course. What are the effects of poison if taken in high concentration? Blood coagulates within the veins and the eyes become inflamed and burst. It's a slow and agonizing death. Could the Lord Calaxis have actually drunk the potion? Absolutely not. To achieve the intended result, the poison must be administered on a strict schedule. The slightest variance in dosage would have been the most deleterious effects on his body. His lordship would never deviate from his regime. No, I need to look around. I must remind you that the Lord of Calaxis has permitted you only to examine his collection of poisons. All other items in the room are property of his lordship. I shall vigilantly ensure that their safety will not permit any liberty to be taken, even despite your rank within the Holy Inquisition, sir. The Chamberlain's voice quavers with fear, yet he stands his ground, meets your gaze without flinching. There's a lost button. No, I don't think he stole the poison. Lost button.
Identifying key features for comparison. These...
I find poisoning to be somewhat antiquated way to spoil life for one's adversaries. However, others do not shy away from such means of resolving conflicts. After all, not everyone has access to the rad weapons of the Adeptus Mechanicus, which can make a most wonderful gift. Well, the results of the poison stolen is not the same as what killed the Canoness. Right. That is interactable, but I'm not going to do that yet. Oh, wait, no, I didn't mean to actually touch that.
By his providence.
The Allspec. Oh, okay. Yep, okay, reconnection successful.
Praise be to the...
Before you lies an anthropomorphic ceramic construct resembling suit power armor severed at the torso, surface scratched and covered in dust. I'm saving it very quickly. The dented armor before you resembles something that made of kin. By the kin, the secretive but advanced Edo race. The machinery inside looks badly damaged. It's possible some part of it can still be salvaged. Take the head of the construct, destroy the construct. No, we'll take it. Robot's head. Because I think this might be what the general, the fabric